myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian, but on Gino. Snowflake the medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for James Conner. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's our time. It's our time.
There's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Tight end right, tight end right. Everyone, you got four down. 36.
Here's Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
77.
Now Roethlisberger. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. 23 yards to pick up there.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really...
And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh! James Conner, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He'll get this to Eckler. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's Jackson throwing again. This will be caught by Brown.
Jackson's pass to Marquise Brown. A gain of 10 brings out 3rd and inches.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Jackson will throw again. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Flush to his right. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Jackson throwing once more, being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he moved left there, Charles. Little danger play. He didn't throw toward that left side, went over the middle. Got the 6, though.
Yeah, he seems like the type of guy that when you told him as a kid, don't touch the stove because it might be hot, he touched it anyway. And this one, he got away without getting burned.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Go!
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. Four down.
After the interception, here's Jackson. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
You got three.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
That's good for us, Steelers.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Black 20. Tight alert. Move. We got three, fellas. We got three. Check nine. Alert. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 22, 44.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, high 7.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
These two. 31's the mark. Watch the curve. Shoot.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
44. Middle. I got you, boy.
Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Bravo. Mike 40. You must be dreaming. 40's the mic. Squeeze.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's into the clear. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there off. Offensively, several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Connor. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 20. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Single. Watch 89. Watch 89.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger will throw. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So now 2 pick 6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
31's the mic. Yeah. You don't want none. These 2. If you kill it, motion me out. 31's the mic.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jackson now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith. Shoot. And got his man. Complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line.
Check 4, check 22, check. Here we go. Hey, check line, check.
Now Jackson on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got...
And this is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the boot.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jackson now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm coming for you, Mike. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Hey, come on. Let's go. 50.
To throw again is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Ravens 42, Steelers 21.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 57 yards. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Check. Fresno. Out. 44.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Check mark 40. Check mark 40. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. Snickers, 66. Quick. Double bump.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, orbit.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Smooth. Black is on. Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go, Black.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the 2nd week in a row?
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews there to make the grab. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. The big play to start them out. Has them at the 45 already. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Middle.
Ben to throw again. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he's going to get taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 92 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Stay with your man. 31. Hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. No ball. 31's the mic.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he finds McDonald. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Jack 16. 31.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making...
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Easy. 31's the... Hey, Alpha. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Now it's Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Intended for James Washington. Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
We got 3 down. 31's the mic. No spacing. Watch the pass.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end. And, you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time. And they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Ravens, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, taste of the rings. Good beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's, great colored coupes. Oh no, I can't be number 2. Envy.